position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love the play call. First play of the game, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players the football right now and let you know about it. Awesome job.
They'll move the tight end. The run from the shotgun. Jukes his way for more. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got it in the middle, it's Hatchett. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Shows him the stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you roll. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Pulls it in. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Wants to throw again. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. On the move.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking for a man. It's Burrow. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll take it himself. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Hatchett. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the 1st down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this 4th down, get the ball back. He gets the 1st down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on 4th down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They kick it away on 4th down. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the 1st quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll leave it with him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Snagged in the middle. It's Maddox. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
That receiver is going to think twice about running that same route again as this game goes on because he just got lit up. I'm not even sure how he held on to that ball.
This is a designed run. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you could tell when the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Burrow. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Punts it out of the air. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
It's complete to the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Alabama pushing the tempo. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Burrow. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Unloads it left. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, he wants it all. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Got his man on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown tie. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Unleashes one. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Trying play action. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Working that left side now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Going over the top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30.
And we don't always talk about the third part of the football game, but offense, defense, special teams, this is a huge shot in the arm. Their offense has struggled all game long. You force the fumble, give them good field position. Maybe this is the spark they needed.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Now they'll run it on the toss. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He'll set up to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Skips away from pressure. Unloads to the wideout. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fakes to grab. There he goes. No, he got loose. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. The 10, touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better.
It's a seam wide open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. No huddle here for the offense.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's
breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
They'll go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive.
Come on, set.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Takes the easy completion. At the 20, he's got space. Breaks away on the left. Oh, what a cut! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 13 to Minnesota. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Defender got caught a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Floats it out in space. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Forced out of the pocket. And some room to work. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack from both of these guys. It's been the big story so far.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some.
Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He's looking to pass. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Plows through the defense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he...
Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. The give on the option. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field.
Ready.
To give as they work on that clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They'll try the run. There he goes. The 30. The 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And here he comes out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple of more times.